We did it. We did it. Namaste, we did it.
Okay, Dora, calm down there.
Okay. Oh my fucking god. That was fun. That was so much fun. Doing IT work with no technical support was so much fun. Of course, I didn't ask, so.
True.
I brought that on myself. As one does. So now we have to go with some volume stuff. Okay. Let's see here. Skeletor.
Yep, I'm here.
All right. Koya.
I'm here as well.
Okay. Turning Skeletor up just a touch. Turning Koya up just a touch. There we go. Zevis.
Hello.
Okay. Turning Zevis up just a hair. Wolfie.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Kaido.
Here.
Gibbs.
Present.
Say that again.
Present.
Yet.
I
Okay.
am the here.
Okay.
And then the
I need to turn you way up. All right, try again.
I'm here. Hello.
Oh, fuck
I
yeah.
am the Gibbs.
Okay, perfection. Achieved. Okay, have fun. Okay. Bye. Okay. Fantastic. All right. Someone needs to take one of my classes. Where we experiment with total throat control. Helps with hiccups.
The throat test.
Yeah, I don't even need to. It's so much easier. If you are not out of breath, attempting to breathe in water will fail. Your body will not allow you to do so. So if you are fully submerged and you try to breathe in air to the point where you are forcing your throat open, you will be forcing your throat open not towards your lungs, but towards your stomach. And at that point, you can remember where your throat was when it opened up. Don't ask me why I know this.
Evolution. Yeah.
It is not evolution. It was... I was young. Okay, so let's see. This was not the map that we left off on, though. Where is the map?
It's the map. It's the map. It's the map. It's the map.
Just
Wait.
wait till the baby gets older. You'll
Wait,
learn
is
all
this
that fun stuff.
Wait, are you guys on the right map?
We're on the world map.
Yeah,
on the
the
world
world
map. Okay.
That's not where we're supposed to be.
No, that's not where I left us off either.
Do you remember where we're supposed to be? It has been forever.
Yeah, it's the crypt underground.
It's literally only been a month. Yeah, that's enough time.
Yeah, it felt like a month of Sundays though.
Did I not rearrange this?
Oh, shit.
It's entrance to Honoria's underbelly. It's not. It's supposed to. Nightmare of Mensis. No.
When was the last time we played?
Ah, there it is.
11-3.
Okay.
Boop. 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 Okay, I found the map.
Yay.
Right, I just put 2 random ass tokens up for the Master and Daria.
That's
Yeah.
right. I just smacked the thing's butt. Statues.
And proclaimed good game.
Yes.
Yes.
So, who would like to attempt to give us a recap?
We got in trouble with the chest again because the chest left his post. That's about as much as I remember.
Not the chest, but something inside the chest. But you are correct. Ebris is currently holding a tiny animated, what seems to be earthen or stone-ish golem.
Was it Ebers or was it? I don't remember.
Yes, it was Ebris.
Okay.
Yes.
Grip just no longer exists.
No,
Okay.
Wait,
who?
what?
We went to the underbelly. Ren decided to seduce the door guard to get information. Kai thought it was funny and joined in, creating a whole nother mess and possibly another infatuation with
A vampire door guard, correct.
a vampire door guard, and also Ren became infatuated with Kai's flirtatious side.
Oh yeah, I forgot Ren's in love with Kai now.
Wait, hold on. There's a reason that even got introduced. What did Kai do?
And decided to be like, one's no fun, two is a party, or two's no fun, three's a party type deal. And Yeah, and it
And
rolled.
dude
I
was
rolled
like, "Wait
really,
your turn."
yeah, and I rolled really, really well on all my charisma rolls.
Except for the ones where you kind of failed a little, because vampires have just as much charisma, if not more.
Yeah. Well, no, they can't have more than me. I'm sitting at a 20 on the modifier.
Basic
Okay, I am
vampires
also
start
sitting
with
at a 20.
18.
But yeah, so after that, we turned the guard into a what was it, a
It was like,
cockroach?
yeah, a cockroach, and you wanted to put him in a
No,
bottle. Or something.
it was a pincher bug.
It was a beetle. I
It was
turned him
a
into a beetle.
it was some sort of a beetle with pincers, like a scorpion but with no tail, like a fucking, what are they called?
Like a stag beetle.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. I know spiders better than I know beetles, but I do know that I've seen this type of bug once or twice in my life. And that brought Kai right to Ren's neck with that polymorph spell because
Oh yeah, I forgot about that spicy tidbit. Yeah. So yeah, that was a thing.
and that's when Ebris came around the corner and saw Kai right at Ren's neck. But stayed stealthy.
Yeah, and then after that, we found our way through the underbelly. Sabir almost got mollywopped or did get mollywopped by a water elemental.
Echo almost did as well.
Yeah, Echo did almost, but he can speak it very harshly, and at least convey simple messages. We
And
met with them. Then we
left.
met with the master in Daria and discovered there was a statue of. Does the god of adventure have a name, or is it just the god of adventure?
You've never heard his name.
Okay, so yeah, the god of adventure has a statue, and he's fully naked. Right? The statue is fully naked, right?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
No?
No. This one is actually conservatively dressed with pants and a simple t-shirt style tunic. However,
Yeah.
he is full leg extension up, bent over like almost an absurd degree, as if looking behind him for the direction of the statue seems to be blowing a kiss.
That's right. It was some weird thing. I forgot what the actual.
Yeah, some weird thing. This isn't
It's-
important.
But
some weird gesture.
yeah, but then we talked to the master in Daria. And then during the talks, Kai has to seem to have developed the attention of a specific demon lord named Orcus for whatever reason. For news to come. And yeah, we were talking with the master about how like the God of Adventure was then released into the world. And that's where we left off because it was the end of the session.
Fair enough. And we left off at the end with Daria saying, wait, no, I think I've heard about that. As the Demon Lord Orcus was called into the conversation and appropriately named. And being so appropriately named, I need Kai to make a charisma saving throw. With advantage, of course.
Charisma save. Unnatural 20.
We'll call it a flaccid 20 for now. As the name has been uttered over and over, and then Daria is saying, wait, no, I've heard of this. You feel a pull from behind you. As if somebody is trying to rip your brain out through your spinal column. And as you focus for a minute and try to figure out where it's coming from, your natural inclination towards resisting psychic and psionic and telepathic and telekinetic abilities helps you grab a hold. And you're fine.
I turn around and look to see what could have.
Do you still have your true sight active?
Yeah.
So that figure of Orcus is frustratedly looking at his hands. Roll an insight check. Okay. He's frustratedly looking at his hands as he's pulling them away from you. No sounds reach you, but his mouth is definitely moving.
Yeah.
And this is happening to who? Kai?
Kai.
Okay. And well then Sabir pipes up. Well, Daria, tell us about it. What do you know?
Oh, well, look, okay, so I was friends with this guy, like, I mean, I don't want to say a long time ago. It was like, I don't know, it was like 60 fucking years, right? Well, no, maybe not even that long. Might have been only 40. But he was doing all this research into mythology and religion and also like other writers, and he was putting together this whole fucking thing, kind of cataloging all of it together, but for like nerds.
Nerds.
Yeah.
What is that?
Well, like, you know, um, uh, like, especially you.
She she's taken aback.
Uh,
What do you
so,
mean by that?
like, okay,
Smart people.
you're like the smartest one of this bunch, aren't you?
Well, most of the times I think that way, but then it's like, no, my group's pretty smart too.
Well, there was this whole thing revolving around a god of death. But the god of death had deposed another god of death and taken their place. But then she was stuck fighting this orca guy or whatever.
Do you have this god of death's name?
I need to roll a die here.
Oof.
No.
Oh.
Like I said, it was a long time ago. I met him like I think 40-ish years ago, but we had hung out a little bit. But he got way too controlling with his friends, and
Naturally, gods are
well,
that
I
way.
had some contracts pulled up, and I kind of needed to bail for a while. And then I needed to stay incognito because it was kind of a high profile thing. It doesn't matter. Like really, I just remember that being like a new development, but I can't really remember when it was. I want to say like 30? No. Maybe.
Sorry.
She's like scratching her chin, like playing with her hair, doing everything to try to recall anything. But she's failing.
Well, if you ever think of anything, just send a message or whatever.
I need another die roll. Oh. The master pipes up. Yeah. Of course. The demon lord Orcus was, held back by the Raven Queen. Something must have happened if he's here with you now instead.
Yeah, but why me? What have I done to attract an attention?
Who knows? It could be just an element of chaos. Or maybe just the fact that you're pretty.
I scratches the chin. Damn. You draw a hard bargain, master.
What queen did you say?
Oh, the Raven Queen.
Oh, thank you.
I've only seen her portrayed in, religious tones and such, but really seems like such a gorgeous figure.
Naturally, I'd imagine.
I suppose you'd only get two. Sabir, you can roll an insight check to that one. As he, immediately draws his eyes away from you. Does he nat one? No. Okay.
Damn.
You're not sure what somebody could mean by that, but you almost feel slighted. Like he was making a joke at your expense personally. Although, how could that ever be the case when you made him such a delightful gift? You start to confuse yourself on the intricacies of conversation, and the very intelligent cat shuts down for a moment and goes introspective. Just for a moment. Like a quarter of a second. So, touching the statue seems to have done nothing. Dear Echo.
Nope, nothing at all.
Do me a favor. Give him some head pats.
No. Why not? Okay. I give it some head pats. You want me to roll anything or?
No.
Okay. Just checking.
Yeah, actually do roll something. Roll an insight check.
All right.
Also, we need to not forget why we're here.
Daria looks jealous as fuck that you are giving this statue head pats. Echo. Like,
She's
there
such a
is a
fucking typical anime
there
girl.
is a
Holy
fucking
shit.
mean look, but also should Ren roll something to not be jealous that Echo is giving head pats to somebody?
No, Ren don't care about Echo anymore. Remember, she's all
Yeah.
on that Kai train now.
Yeah, she's all
Oh, fair
now.
enough. Fair enough. What about Ebris? Ebris hasn't gotten head pats lately.
Ebris is currently recovering from otherworldly syndrome, no longer being an imp. He's still not sure what to make of this whole ordeal between Kai and
Ren?
Ren.
Yeah. Oh god. The Kai Ren has come to a screechingly full throttle. Fuck. That's so hot. But as this is happening, Ren speaks up with the don't forget, guys, we have a reason to be here.
Yes, and that reason is the
A meeting with the Gemborn leader.
Oh. You were all wanting that? Oh, that's simple enough. Unfortunately, not simple enough. I think she may have been deposed.
Rubber Raggy.
How?
Well, either that or she removed the sending stone that we had. And he pulls his long black hair over his ear, and you see 7 different piercings along his ear. And he's gesturing towards one, not the bottommost, but the next one up.
And
She's
one would
usually
assume.
so quick to answer.
Or she's reached the next stage in her plot. You never know what the
I'm-
Gemborn's thinking.
I'm basically an uncle to her. I couldn't imagine why she would find a reason to not answer me.
What was the last thing
Immediately.
that she said to you?
Oh, the last thing she said, I believe, was yesterday. Yes. Something about, it's time to make them pay. Those underfoot shall be avenged.
That's a very cryptic message, but I mean, I guess I can take the gist of it.
I mean, if anybody wants to roll insight for any kind of clarification, he can, but if you guys can sense the underlying vibes, probably roll with them.
All right.
Underlying vibe that she's dead.
What?
She was disposed.
24 for insight.
Disposed doesn't mean that.
Deposed
Yeah.
usually means overthrown, taken down from their position, or removed from their position by other means.
No,
Yep.
no. She was disposed of.
24 insight. With what he relayed, and in that manner of being those that were underfoot will be avenged, that was a war cry. And something actually kind of hits you dead in the chest, Ren, of those that were underfoot, those that were underfoot, trodden upon, disposed of, or treated as less. For you, having hidden who and what you are for so long, is a sympathetic twinge for you.
Well, guys, I'm gonna make a crazy suggestion.
Okay, what is it?
Since we came all the way here to meet with the leader anyway, Master, would you like us to try and find out where she is and possibly go to her last location to find her for you?
Oh no. I'm sure she'll either show up here or find some unnecessarily gaudy wave contacting me. Oh. Oh. Interesting. He kind of zones out for a moment and then snaps back for that last interesting bit. No, it seems she was just occupied in a mental state. Something about a moon elf. Huh. Anyway.
A moon
Do we
elf.
happen
Like,
to know
I
any
can
moon elves?
call her here. What?
Like, out of character, do we happen
Yeah.
to know any moon elves?
Yeah,
can I roll
actually,
for
we
that?
do.
is it Girona?
Zerona is a moon elf. Or no. Hold on. Zerona is the moon elf. I was thinking of Sildon, but he's a sun elf.
So she just killed Girona.
No. The thing with she was in a mental state?
She was in a mental state and stuck because of a moon elf. And couldn't answer right away. So she was like, something happened to her that would usually require a wisdom, intelligence, or charisma saving throw in order to regain control of your senses.
So yeah, like, you definitely, yes, call her here. We would like to meet her. Right, guys?
All right. 1 second. And he kind of blanks for a moment. I need everyone
Oh no.
except for Ebris and Rhett. Wait, no. You know what? No, there's no reason for you two not to be right the fuck next to them. I don't know what that is. All right. I need everyone to roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Hey.
Let's go, Gibbs.
Hey.
Nope.
Oh, fuck. Ren was going to grab a munchie really quick.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just
all
wait.
right.
It should be short.
Okay.
Short.
Constitution save.
No.
Okay. Perfect. All right.
Why is it always an 8?
The only people who passed were Koya and Sabir. Everyone else fails.
Woo.
You guys each take, all of you that failed. So that's Ebris, Kai, Echo, and Ren. You guys each take 4 points of bludgeoning damage. And you are forcibly teleported.
Oh.
Each of you roll 1d8.
No, I refuse.
All of us are just the
What?
ones that failed.
Just the ones who failed.
Oh, well then cut mine out of there.
So wait, what just
1d8.
happened to us?
We got teleported again.
By who?
I don't
Probably
know.
the
I wasn't
master.
concentrating. That's all I
Probably
know.
the master.
All right.
I asked him to bring her to us, and now
He zoned out for a moment, kind of stared blankly, and then suddenly some of you are feeling pretty fucking terrible and not standing where you thought you were. Let's see here. Echo rolled a 6. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Five, 6, 7, 8.
Your
Perfect.
dog's staring out into the void.
All right, Echo.
She's
Wait for
strange. Leave
Edward.
her alone.
Echo, you are flat up against a fucking wall. You feel like you just had the wind knocked out of you a bit, but you're standing on a very slim surface in between an outer wall, looking down over the water. Not far from where you had an encounter with a water elemental.
Okay.
4 points
So
of
I'm
bludgeoning
still-
damage. That's it. You're
Okay.
you're above the water, but you're literally up against the fucking wall, and you feel like you've been thrown there, even though
Right.
you instantly teleported.
I figured I was gonna see Talos again because my luck with teleporting.
No, nothing like that.
Am I in the water then?
High
For one.
is 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boop. And you feel yourself hit the fucking wall and then kind of slide off of it as if you were hit at a weird angle. You're good, Kaido. We'll go for Ebris next. 7. 5, 10, 15. Kind of the same situation. You find yourself suddenly flung against a wall and then sort of slide down around the corner, finding yourself not quite prone, but pretty close.
Ew.
And then oh. Neat.
I fucking burnt my hand.
Well, shit. Okay, well, Kaido, Ren finds herself thrown against this pillar right here.
I hope your boiled skin is okay.
So everybody who failed and got moved took 4 points of bludgeoning damage. And Echo, you're the only one in a really weird position.
I think there's a rock up my butt.
All right, Yajirobe.
That's not the first time I was flung against a wall, but definitely not the most fun I've had getting flung against a wall. Looks over at Ebris with a wink.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know how you think about that right now because you've been all over me.
And can
Yes.
hear it mumbling.
I asked my bard friend to do something, and he said he'd make it happen. But it seems you all suffered the consequences instead. Interesting.
You're welcome.
And then after like as Echo is catching up, and then everybody's kind of catching their breath from being forcibly like teleported against walls in different directions. Echo, you're looking at the path that you must have taken. You had to have gone through this wall by Ren. You had to have gone through it somehow. That's the only possible way that you could have ended up on the other side. And then from behind you, you hear some kind of echoing as if like reinforced leather shoes with definitive steel plating in them comes marching up the steps. And an Earth Genasi.
Don't yell at me, dog.
An almost golden gem color of hair, but muddy brown for a texture and tone of her skin, and a massive halberd clutched in what seems to be a very strong set of hands.
Hot.
Comes up the stairs from where Echo just came back in from. With purpose, but not necessarily with speed. Let me find a quick token. Because, yeah, he's at some point. I've got her character sheet. It's just fucking lost, so. What would be a good one to pull an Earth Genasi from? For SRD, Zevis?
Probably either Monsters of the new one, Monsters of the Multiverse, or Eperon.
Okay. Let's try Mordenkainen's Monsters of the Multiverse. Come on. Why are they not loading? It just says loading set. No. No. Shit. Okay. Yeah, close enough. So this, except for being onyx colored hair, is instead an almost bright gold. She comes up the steps, her halberd kind of propped up on her shoulder, the only thing keeping it at a parallel angle to the ground is her hand, which resting gently on the bottom of the polearm itself. Topaz reporting, Master. Seems almost bored with him. Or annoyed. Oh,
Everest
yes.
is gonna
Go ahead.
Everest is gonna look and see if like Kai is looking at Topaz, or if Kai is like looking at Ren, or who's Kai looking at?
Guy is looking at his laundry.
Who's Kai looking at? Topaz, Ren, Everest? In the
Daria?
middle of this conversation. Yeah.
Who's Kai looking at? Why do you have like this weird symbol playing above your head and we don't hear anything from you?
What do you mean? Who? Is Discord being weird?
Oh, no, never mind. Now we hear you.
Is Discord still being weird?
No, it was the eyes on your thing behind you. It looked
Oh.
like you had like, because the way your head was positioned, it was eating up enough of the eyes that it looked like a fucking weird Wi-Fi signal interruption thing. Okay.
No. So it was looking at Topaz at the moment.
Well, Everest is going to go up to Topaz and go, "What a beautiful name for such a beautiful woman."
Oh.
And then,
Why?
would that be a performance? Would that be a persuasion?
Fucking.
Runa's just gonna look over at Kai like, what the fuck?
You know what? Pick one. I'll tell you what happens.
Guy shrugs.
Oh my
Persuasion.
god.
Okay. Oh. Devilborn. You said you were coming up to her and like, and how are you approaching this with the words?
Like, I was doing like a slight bow, leaning forward as a sign of respect, hand out, like as if to grab hers, but waiting to be offered.
Instead of her hand meeting your hand,
Her boot meets your face.
oh,
I'm gonna start making out with him
Devilborn.
like immediately.
she gently rests her hand for just a moment as if patting you on your head in between your horns. You are gorgeous, but today's not the day for that. Thank you.
I give a quick glance over at Kai.
Smiles amused at Everest's jest.
Okay.
Anybody who wants to roll an insight check as well can.
I'm here for the tea.
I'm still trying to figure out how I ended up through a wall.
I'm here for the tea as well. Let's go, kids.
I guess I might as well before
Shit!
he sees my reaction.
All right. Her charisma modifier is a +3. Her deception is not trained, which means she cannot hide very well her feelings, except for her natural kind of rocky exterior.
Oh no, my insight was, I thought that was towards Ebris's behavior.
Oh, no. That's between you and him. I don't care. No, this was for her. As all of you, like, because she's
still
like, her reaction. Hold on. I didn't think Genasi could blush. He genuinely seems flattered, and like she's like it's almost like she's like remembering exactly what he looks like and how his head feels in her hands, so that she can come find him when she's done with her goal.
I see you seduced another lover. Look over at Ebris.
Gotta make sure I'm still in the swing of things.
I guess being
Are you guys saying this out loud?
Yeah. I guess being an imp for... How long do you think Ebris was an imp for?
Right. Does a 16 hit Ebris?
Yes, it would.
Fantastic.
It wasn't a lie. It was meaning every word.
No,
of it.
it's great. It's fine. So that's 1 plus her strength mod of 2. That's 3 points of bludgeoning damage. As suddenly, her gentle hand placement on her head gets replaced by a heel.
Just axe kicked you in the...
She's getting stepped on.
An inaudible gasp comes out of Sabir's mouth.
And she glares at you, Kai.
I'm just gonna do like
another.
I'm just gonna do like the
I have been the
immediate
last
face
for
plant.
many.
Been the last for many?
And probably the last for this one. She looks down at the now prostrated and prone Ebris, who is probably making very happy noises. I can't judge or say that, but I don't know. Ebris, you said you were going to go ahead and follow through and
get a comedic, face plant, prostrated and prone after getting hit by the heel. He's not going to say anything. He's just laughing and then kind of grimacing at her saying that she would be the last. And he feels like that would be a threat to him. But at the same time, he's scared for her because she's threatening Kai's man.
Fair enough.
Kai cares right now?
Point. Good fucking point. Good fucking point. Kai, he did just step on him.
Well,
But Kai,
much-
did she
Yeah.
deserve? Does he deserve it? Does he deserve being stepped on?
in most cases, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I just rolled his eyes. He's been the last for me for a while, so
I guess we have that in common.
Roll
Or
a
no,
roll,
he's been the last for me. Yeah.
roll a general charisma check for that one.
Ever's quickly being a playboy. That's terrible, but there you go. Get your help. We're getting kicked in the face.
Well, he got thrown against the wall and then booted, and then stepped on forcefully. So yeah, he probably needed that. That actually probably brought him back to full. Perfect. You know what? That's narratively good. I like that. Okay. You see her grip on her halberd suddenly soften back to just resting. Echo, what are you doing? Because you're standing like right the fuck next to this whole situation.
I am trying to figure out how I got through that wall. Is what I'm trying to do.
Oh, okay. So you're like looking at where you were standing, looking at the fucking
Yeah.
wall, like, what the fuck?
There's no hole where I could have gone through. I'm busy trying to figure out how the fuck I got where I got. Looking puzzled the whole time.
Well, I certainly don't like lovers that have been casually beholden to others.
Which is why we can just be beholden to all.
Maybe when I'm done, pet.
I'm
She
gonna
looks
insight
down. She looks
Everest.
down at you as she
I'm gonna
removes
insight
her.
Everest.
Go for it. As she removes her heel from the side of your head, and you say that she like looks down at you and addresses you as a pet. Ebris?
He just chuckles without lifting his head, thinking to himself, "Oh, we'll see about that."
What does a 27 on Ebris get for
I
insight?
whispered it to Kaido.
Yeah, fair enough. Keep your secrets. Whatever. All right.
If
Now, I assume I was not called here for this.
Whatever this.
She just stops. So, if anyone wants to start talking, do so. If nobody wants to talk, say so.
I'm good just watching all the events fold out.
How did I get through this wall?
Oh, you know, bards, teleportation magics.
Oh, yeah.
They're
I don't
never
like that.
super accurate. And sometimes they can have consequences.
Does the party leader want to start talking about the disappearances of, that's been going around Frozmond?
I don't know who you're talking about, but right now Echo and the Master are talking right in front of fucking Topaz as she asks what's going on. And Echo interrupted with, how did I go through the wall? Sorry, Topaz. Did one of you want to elaborate on why I called her here?
No, we were hoping to have a chat with you. About your little group.
And the disappearances that have been going around for Frozmond.
With Kai, he has kind of a serious demeanor while looking at, while making eye contact while he's speaking. When you say that, her eyes turn to you. And suddenly, she can't hide a smile. Right. Those. Let's go sit.
Oh, Ren is not happy. Ren is not happy. Ren is not happy. But
You may stand, pet. And she bows gently, just like a 15-degree bow to the Master, who then taps Daria on the shoulder, and they start heading up. Follow if you'd like to have this conversation.
Are you done licking the cobblestone, love?
For now. And then
Offers a hand.
I'm going to grab Kai's hand and stand up. I'm gonna just look at Kai and give him a little wink and tap my forehead.
Tap your forehead. What?
I roll an insight.
I'm not good at these, but okay.
Or just get it. Fuck.
Never mind. Well, I'm sure you understand what's going on, Guy. So
of course,
there's gonna be conversation happening, but it's gonna be one-sided.
Okay. Wait, who was it that was able to have the... Oh.
Ren.
Oh. No. Okay. It was... Yep. All right. I remember. I remember. No, Ren, not you. Nothing to worry about. You're gorgeous. Everyone loves you.
I doubt that, but okay.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts to what Guy said.
Yes.
But anywho, yeah, one-sided conversations happening.
Perfect. All right. So, you guys make your way over. With a quick gesture, you guys see a couple of goblins. A hobgoblin and a spectator. Not a beholder, a spectator. The spectator starts directing workflow in order to extend a table for you all to sit at the same time.
A spectator is basically a mini beholder, right? Or
Yes.
less powerful.
Yeah, I was just looking that up because I was like, I don't know what they are supposed to be.
Yes. Spectators are basically mini fucking beholders. And they can usually, if they're under control, telepathically communicate with whoever controls them, as well as other people that their controller deems appropriate for them to communicate with.
Sure.
So spectators are like
this.
spectators are a universal communication tool, especially for beholders, because they're small enough that they're not a threat. They can't be a threat to a beholder.
Mm-hmm.
If anybody wanted to roll a history check, you could understand why it would be an uncomfortable concept for the master to have a spectator as somebody under their control.
Sure. I know a spectator by itself is like a CR 9 encounter.
But their hit points, like if you get the jump on them, fucking level 4 party can totally get them done.
Probably, but still. There you go.
Everyone failed. Probably for the best. To like Kai and Ren, especially, spectators are like bastard sperm taken over by a beholder to do bidding. You can't think of a reason for them to be here. And coordinating such a simple task of moving furniture. But you do recognize the alien figure of a spectator. And you remember researching beholders in the past because there's a couple that Frozmond is aware of and does their utmost to protect. Not only protecting the beholders, but protecting everyone else from said beholders. Because
but I thought beholders were like, if I remember correctly from your lore, like 2 years back, beholders were like super high official government figures in Frostbound, right?
They are considered as such, but it's because of their protected status and because of the fact that you can never nobody on the material plane can ever fully understand a beholder or where its thinking might be, because it could go from Xanathar to Green Dragon chaotic evil because a word wasn't pronounced right in its presence. So they're protected. Number one, they have more information on the arcane and the history of the planes than anyone else could ever hope to accumulate. They're also terrifyingly powerful. And it would take a small army to take them down. So they're more useful alive, and it's easier to keep everybody away from them and list them as protected than to deal with them otherwise. There are exactly 2 beholders in the kingdom of Frozmond that are recognized by the highest political figures as members of the Council of Frozmond, although they are never seen or actually interacted with. So they are considered prominent political figures. Just, you know, somebody could chew a little bit too loudly and one of them would just disintegrate the offender.
So basically, if you were a beholder.
Correct. One of the beholders would probably disintegrate somebody for pronouncing the word GIF as GIF. The other,
John.
the other might disintegrate somebody for pronouncing what they think is the word GIF as GIF. There you go.
How do you explain Jif peanut butter?
One of them eats pineapple on pizza. The other will never have a fruit near their
Anything
pizza
good in their
because they
life.
understand what real pizza is, and fruit isn't a part of it.
Thank you. Fruit. Pineapple does not belong in pizza. I will die
Yes, it
on
does.
that motherfucking
Oh,
hill.
I will.
I will leave this Discord.
I agree.
Yeah, no, pineapple does not belong on pizza. And honestly, if you go back through history, neither does tomato. No fruit belongs on pizza. Okay? Sorry. Not sorry.
You add jalapenos to it, and it's really good.
Exactly. And bacon bits.
Not
Yeah.
on pizza.
Bacon bits. It's so good.
I can agree to bacon bits, but not fucking jalapenos. You do add pineapple to pizza, though.
No!
Yes, you do.
Yes.
Thank you, Kaido.
Oh
Thank
my
you.
god, no!
The only time you add pineapple to pizza is with
Wow.
jalapenos.
Was that Wolfie?
Ouch.
Wolfie just fucking left.
Play a wolf.
Wolfie just fucking left. Just fucking left.
Disrespect the law
Dumb
and
bitch.
disrespect me.
I'm back. I had to clean my ears out for listening to these malefactors against the
Alright,
freaking.
I'm leaving. I'm leaving. Goodbye.
No.
You don't live. You don't live life.
You don't get to
Alright.
leave, Kaido.
All right, let's get back on track.
Yeah.
We're digressing too hard.
We've been away from each other too long.
I've been enjoying my vacation. Fuck y'all.
Yeah, I heard about the whole like Marvel Uprising thing or whatever.
It's a better Overwatch. I will die on that hill.
Right
It is
on.
so much better than Overwatch.
I can't. I stopped playing Overwatch because of sweaty friends getting mad at me.
Well, but
And
that was
why would I want
their
to play
problem,
another?
not
Why would I?
had to physically get up and walk away because the conversation was pissing me off.
See, but now we're not. Now we don't have the sweatiness because you can't just be a goofy. You can't be sweaty when you play a goofy little shark that likes to swallow people and spit them off the edge.
Oh,
Exactly.
fuck. Sorry, I did not mean to react that way.
But anywho, conversations need to be had.
Suddenly, well, as you're thinking that, food starts getting like food starts just appearing on the table as if it was being laid out in platters and like demonstrated unveilings.
Oh,
Just starts appearing. You guys all get the benefits of a hero's feast because of this.
Hero's Feast is great.
I don't know what that entails, so please tell me.
Here you
Heroes-
go.
I don't either. Like, I know it exists and it's a very good spell.
Hero's Feast, if I remember correctly, we have to be sitting here for at least like an hour to eat this. So it's going to be a long ass conversation. But when we finish eating it, we get, I think, cured of all poisons and diseases. We become immune to poisons and diseases, and I think being
Frightened as well.
Is it frightened? Okay.
Yeah.
Is cured of all
And-
diseases and poison, becomes immune to poison and being frightened, yep, and makes all wisdom saving throws with advantage. Its hit point maximum also increases by 2d10, and it gains the same number of hit points. These benefits last for 24 hours.
What he said.
Yes.
Okay, so slow it down for the more beginner D&D players.
All right, Kaido, do me a favor. Roll 2d10.
2d8 health.
Can you just put it in chat? Is it a thing in chat?
Let's see. Is there an easy way for me to get this in chat? Let me do it this way.
Control C.
I got it.
Control V. Done.
Okay, perfect.
There.
Oh, you did the whole thing. Nice. All right, so everybody's maximum hit points is increased by 5.
They're not temporary hit points.
Temporarily for the next 24 hours. So I would do like on your hit point maximum put a +5.
I'm just gonna put it under temporary hit points.
I just did parentheses next to my max.
That works too. So, you all were really interested in my niece's campaign efforts to... What was it?
Liberate
Mm.
Frozmond from its corrupted officiants.
Well, that would be a great start. Pipes up Topaz. Seriously, they use everyone for what they can. They throw everyone out for what they consider unusable, and then those that have, fucking weird capabilities, they experiment on them and torture them and use them for fucking whatever. Who knows? We never hear from them again.
Did your campaign also entail liberating Frozmond of all of its citizens?
No. I just want to free the dungeons from the ones they're experimenting on and remove the ones that refuse to acknowledge people that they think should be exiled.
So
I have 5 names on my list. And I don't care what it takes. I'm going to take them out.
So your party is not going around kidnapping people, stuffing people into pocket dimensions.
No, we totally did that.
Okay, well, I'm going to kill. above game, I'm going to kill.
Heroes return.
That's fine.
So
Make a... Oh, hold on. I need to let you roll first because you're doing this and you're not asking for clarification. You're just asking about that and then going to kill.
I'm not like going to make any hostile. This is like the master's niece. I'm not doing it out in the open.
Oh, okay.
I'm not suicidal.
Oh, okay. No, you wouldn't have
Tonight
been.
or what?
You wouldn't have been suicidal. It's just your attack might not have gone to the person you wanted. Okay. So what did you say, Echo? Sorry. I got distracted with everything for a moment. I had to readjust my worldview.
I don't remember what I was talking about.
Oh no, yeah. We totally did that.
So what does capturing people and shoving them in a pocket dimension have to do with your campaign ideal?
It's in an elemental plane of Earth. They could probably have. It's like they got transported above ground, so they have all the food that could possibly be cultivated, growing wildly around them. They're safe, but they're out of the picture because they stand in the way of our objective. Because they work for the fucking people that we want to see taken down. And wait, who do you guys work for?
Technically, the Frozmond government. More technically, specifically, this guy right here, pointing to Kai. And even more specific than that, the Adventures Guild. Custis de Cow.
Oh, okay. You guys were the ones. Wait a minute. You guys had a new member. I got reports about one. A changeling that was hiding. Fuck, we were really trying hard to figure out which one that was, but we didn't have time. We just had to send them all out. Oh, I can't remember his name. Where I heard it though.
Was it Mercer?
What?
Was
No, Mercer? No. I don't know what deal that human made. But no human should have his skill set and knowledge at the same time. It doesn't seem possible. The fact that he managed to fall for the trap, though, that oh, I was happy for that one.
So they caught
your
Mercer too.
Your guild master was easier, honestly.
It just sounds like you're antagonizing.
Antagonizing? What do you mean? We're gonna rewrite the system of oppression.
I would definitely agree in doing it, but the way you're doing it is a little. Oh, how would I put this?
Oh,
Brash,
yeah.
Son of your elegance.
Totally. So I remove all of the possible combatants from the area up until the last possible non-removable combatants, so that as least few lives are lost as possible. But I'm the fucking problem because I decided to separate everybody to give them all a chance for cooler heads to prevail. And all I want to do is stop them from hurting people, excommunicating others, exiling whoever the fuck they think is right, and experimenting on whatever the fuck they think is appropriate, regardless of whether or not they're sentient. Maybe I'm the bad guy. How about that?
Completely understand, but why not work together to tear down the oppression in a more proper manner to be accepted by the masses after the fact?
What's your AC?
Not high enough at all.
Okay. So a 9, well, no, a 8. So 21 hits.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Right.
Flash roll 1d2.
Now. Why resort to violence?
2 plus
Reroll.
1. Oh, nice. Okay. So that was going to be 3 points of piercing damage as a fork came across the table.
That's fine.
Yeah,
However, you don't even have to roll because of your fighting style. You just succeed in reducing all of the damage.
So she throws a fork. Ren like draws Kami faster than people can like see. The fork just goes twing, like flying into the air, and then she resheaths. Come on now.
Back to what you were saying prior.
Sorry.
Why were you interested in this new guild member?
Because they were a changeling. The government experiments on them. They keep them in this weird fucking little dungeon and make, like, actually run experiments on them. I have somebody in my troop that has seen it firsthand. She used to work for them. She doesn't anymore because she got sick of what she saw.
I've heard tales of it, and it's truly horrifying. But all the people that you've, put into this little pocket dimension, like, are they just going to be? Are you planning on just keeping them stuck there forever while you, rule
No,
for, like?
I just needed them removed so we had less casualties all over.
These 5 names that you said you have on your list, who are they? Do I need to roll for that? Or
No, hold on.
okay.
There they are. Okay. Brash Heavy Bottom. Halfling. Speaker for the council. Sildan, the Sun Elf. Davbis, the Gnome. Zrona, the Moon Elf. And that
So these are
weird
just-
and that weird fuck turban.
So above game, these are all the people that we've met before, right? In that council meeting.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. I know Kai at least is going to heavily object to killing off Verona. Right? Because don't you have at least like friendly ties with her?
No.
No?
I have friendly ties with Valinor.
Oh, Valinor. Yep, you're right. You're right. Who's not on
Valinor,
the list?
also, now that you mention her name, Valinor would also have been a moon elf that stood in the way of an objective, especially given the capital.
Was she a moon elf?
Yes.
I didn't have the descriptor written down in my notes for her.
She always kind of felt bad for you because your race tends to die at a very young age, even from old age. And yet she's outlived probably 3 of your lifetimes. So she was always impressed with you, your knowledge, your understanding of everything. You're the most impressive thing ever. And so she's always been your biggest advocate of this is our dude right here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's make him our dude before he dies. Because he's going to die. Like, it could be like next year. We don't know.
Yeah, Valinor is my gal.
Valinor. That's... What does she look like?
Why?
The name sounds familiar from some of the documents from our research team. She's kind of side-eyeing towards you, like, give me anything.
And what would you do with this information?
If she's one of your friends, I'd try to keep her safe.
Insight checking that.
Like,
Yeah, same.
and honestly, would you guys really not rather sit this one out?
Yeah.
All right. Sabir and Ren. She is genuinely wanting to keep as many casualties out of her campaign as possible and wanting to protect the most people, wanting to save those that have been experimented on, wanted to redeem those that have been exiled and excommunicated, wanting to bring some sort of peaceful equality, but through domination. She is definitely bringing about the least amount of casualties in doing so, because she's just she's just sending them to a plane of existence that is barely touched by time and has enough food for them to fend for themselves and just relax and sit this one out. And she looks over you all and sees you guys like chewing over her answer and just goes, "What? Like, seriously, whether I win or lose,
It's ready.
do you guys just want to sit this one out?"
I'm afraid that's not something that I can do. And can you have her roll a persuasion for me, please? Pretty please.
Sure. Fair enough.
I don't know of any changeling in the guild. I wouldn't know any changelings to exist. But I have seen people get kicked out of the country for no good reason. I've seen people get what's the word I'm looking for? Ostracized for having less magic than someone else. I have seen what they do to people who, for some reason or another, cannot perform magic. If you truly believe that this is the best way, can I do a general histories check on those council members that were mentioned?
Sure.
I want to know if they're like good people or if they're like, basically scum of the earth.
Oh, you don't have to roll for that.
Oh, I don't? Okay.
No. You all know that the only reason you lot know the names of the actual council members versus the speaker. Everyone knows Brash Heavybottom. He's the speaker for the council. The only reason you lot know their names of Sildan, Davis, and Zerona, the only fucking reason is because
We met them all. We had a meeting.
they had no other option but to meet you.
Gotcha.
They prefer to remain fucking anonymous. The decisions that they make come from the council, not from named individuals.
So in this case, we probably would consider them to be assholes.
I mean, maybe.
Not all of them, because we're pretty sure one of them knows what you are.
No.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He was gone the whole time. Never mind. I forgot he wasn't there for the meeting.
Yeah. It specifically dipped out for that. Yep.
I drew a blank on it. So
It's all good.
It might just be worth it to, This is above game, guys. It might just be worth it to go and help the Gemborn take over Frozmond.
Who
I
would
mean-
be?
I mean, knowing Guy, he probably has that bit of the story edited, just in case we do make that decision.
In game, if you're changing everything, who is going to be put in power? You can't have a kingdom without someone having power.
Right. And no, I've actually prepared for this. I have 6 people I had in mind. Actually, 2 of which, well, one of which I can't seem to get our hands on, but the other is your guildmaster.
Who's the one that you can't get your hands on?
Guildmaster Jax for the Explorers Guild.
Well, shit. Now, God damn it! If she wasn't convincing me before, she is now.
No, I figured between Markov and Jax, they'd have, you know, the Arcana and history as well as the national security endeavors. That's why I wanted them removed from the fight, because this isn't their problem. And I didn't want their people suffering on account of our uprising. You guys doing okay?
Yeah, we're contemplating.
You're driving a very hard bargain for us to hate this woman. God damn it!
All right. Sabir, what is the name of Dagguard?
Fred.
Do you know like last name? Mainly, I want
Rogers?
to ask her.
Yeah, Rogers.
That's right. Do you know if you have a Fred Rogers alive still, or
Oh, the Druid Guard. Oh, I heard a lot about him. Oh, prize catch if ever there was one.
What do you mean
So-
by that?
What do you mean by that?
And
There
please
was
choose your
n-
words very wisely.
He remind everybody. Y'all are all sitting down eating together
yeah,
for this whole
Yeah.
conversation.
We're being civil.
Okay.
we're being
So,
civil, but
It's like
It's off the warning.
she's taking a bite off of a pig butt portion, a nice good portion of roast ham. Oh,
Cats are great. Have 15. Does anyone want my cat?
my puppies would love your cat.
shut the fuck up! Your puppies would get put in line by my cat.
I don't know.
If she can handle a German Shepherd, and keep her in line, yeah. He teaches all the puppies how they should behave.
Anyways, back to what
Look,
is he alive or
Dagger?
did he die?
Oh, yeah, Fred. I heard about him. There was no way to sneak up on him.
Mhm. That still doesn't answer my questions.
He knew every way that anybody could come from. He recognized one of my younger soldiers by footfall alone. He's safe. He's probably with your guild. And, any of the Explorers Guild that we got.
The above game, I tried my best for you guys to hate him. That's all I could think of.
But
Holy
he tried to defend himself and he did really good, but they had to stun him in order to actually get him.
So he's okay. That's great.
Yeah.
That's good to hear. Sabir, I know that's been weighing heavily on you.
Yeah.
But really?
He's a dear
adore him.
friend. He has a
He's-
family.
Yeah, he's also one of the highest rated guards on that route.
Yeah.
He was more of a challenge than your guildmaster.
Yes, but he's a dear friend, and I wanted to make sure you knew he was alive and safe. Is why I asked.
If this is really what you're meaning, Kai sighs and gives her a description of Falinor.
I'm sorry?
Oh. No. Oh, God, no. She's only a half moon elf. I know she likes to pretend she's not, but she is. If she wasn't born under an elven title, she wouldn't be a captain. But that's okay. Her experience speaks for itself. She should be where she's at.
Guys, above game, I kind of want to join the gen board now.
They're making it very hard to not like them.
And the best part is she believes, our insights are so good that we can tell that she believes everything she's saying.
Well, y'all's. Mine has been garbage.
Yeah, mine's been
Yeah,
trash.
exactly.
Guys,
And those
seven.
of you with the trash insights, I didn't even acknowledge you because y'all are still second guessing. Y'all are still fucking all right. I see your web of lies, you hussy.
So, Miss Topaz, what is the cause of all these no magic zones popping up?
Oh, that's a good question.
What?
I agree.
What?
You don't have anything to do with that, do you? We've seen some of your followers, as you would say, around some of these parts before they became anti-magic areas.
What? She, I mean, feel free to roll insight checks or whatever, but she hard swallows and seems like she's hearing new information. All right, Ren. He almost choked trying to swallow to respond to that and seems genuinely terrified about a no magic zone. as if this is new information to her.
And the magical vents that have been opening up.
Wait, but magical vents open up occasionally everywhere.
No, not like
not
this.
this often. And same
No,
with
Not
there
in
has
this-
been
the dead magic
Two?
magic zone.
2 events that have popped
Ren.
up in a week.
Ren, I need a D100 roll. Oh, not quite there. Okay. No, we've been working on organizing and marching, and we got our outside teleport network opened up so that it wasn't reliant on Frozmond's networks. But
Guys, I think she's telling the truth. All right.
the master
So-
actually pipes up right here. I'm sorry. Did you say that there are no magic zones opening up?
Yeah.
He
I was
All
looks
kind of
so.
exploding.
concerned.
Not just popping up, they're exploding up.
Any correlation between the wild magic zones?
Yes. These were former wild magic zones that these vents were popping up over, right?
How does a vampire go pale?
Transparent.
Delicately.
I mean, I am correct, right? These were
Yes,
okay.
you are correct, and that's why. How does a vampire go pale?
Ren is going to pick up on Master's body language, and then look at Topaz. Ren is going to say, "Look, I'm going to be level with you. I'm going to help you take over Frozmond because we have a bigger issue going on now, and we need Guildmaster Jax and what's our Guildmaster's name?
Markov.
Markov, thank you. And Markov on this.
Yes. Well, that's all well and good laid out.
That's bad. Yeah, that's really bad.
How? But it's you're bringing up all these ideas, but how do you plan on convincing these people that have served Frozmond for so long to just take up the mantle of now leading Frozmond?
At this point, I don't think they'll have a choice.
Look, the moon elf that I was struggling with isn't from Frozmond. She's from McCloufis.
Do I know any moon elves from McCloufis?
Yes, you do. Specifically, the
Oh, God.
appropriated council since the king's death, Madri.
Madri, the wonder sorcerer.
Yeah,
Kai says it out loud. Madri, the wonder sorcerer.
how does a vampire go even paler?
I said transparent.
Yeah, but how do we go paler than that?
They
Bones
become
go
a beacon
transparent.
of light.
Bioluminescent.
Yeah, they become a beacon.
Oh, what was that movie? The dude that got struck by lightning all the time. You remember what it is, right, Guy? It's an older movie.
Yeah, I
Powder. Powder.
yes.
Yes.
They sparkle like twilight.
Why is she but okay, but why is Madri in this country? Why would she be in this country?
I don't know, but he almost had me kill 3 of my highest level subordinates.
No, why Madri? It had to be Madri. It had to be. It couldn't be nobody else. Nobody else.
Why?
Is that Topaz asking?
Yes.
How much does my character know about Madri being born in
You know Madri as Esme's like single-sided, so like it's definitely not a two-way street, but Madri is the love of Esme's life. Esme and Gratis are the de facto leaders of the Messengers of the Innocent, and they work for the Council of Eclaupis ever since the king's death. Madri is a really young elf, or at least that's how she presents, but she's no older than Esme. Esme's in her 30s. There's no reason for an elf in her 30s to look like a fully grown woman. However, that's what she looks like.
I
Grief
started.
is also on Eclauphis's council.
Yeah. Well, I mean, no, it's not coincidence. It can't be. Grief is his own person. He doesn't. But under the council orders, I starts scratching his head, trying to compile all the information he knows about these two, albeit vague.
Yo.
Oh.
You guys hear as you guys are talking about this, you hear yo. And you see a sulky dark leather colored armored wearing tiefling, red skin and horns, followed by a similar tiefling but walking upright and proud, and also wearing also wearing fully plated armor and serving a lord. Hey, how's it
Hello,
going?
Grief. Holy, well, okay. Tristan, Grief.
So
They let you guys in here?
I don't think they noticed us. And he kind of glances back at Tristan. And he shakes his head. Yeah, they definitely didn't notice us. So I'm supposed to kill her. And he points at Topaz.
Afraid I can't let you do that, buddy.
We're kind of in the middle of a meal.
Good point. Got any drinks?
Looks
Help
towards
yourself.
the master.
I mean, there's
The
drinks
master,
there.
the master is now like, what's the fucking term? Where you're like perpetually in one state, but you're like your mind and body are trying to, was it obfuscating, right? Where two different parts are trying to split off in different directions. No, that's more of a visual term. But the master is like halfway between paler than pale, and now suddenly also like Skyrim Vampire Lord?
the dog.
The
White,
no, the big winged beast.
the pale gray, purple, Peter color looking. It's been so long since I've seen a Skyrim Vampire Lord.
The DLC one.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think he
It's
transformed into this.
kind of like he's trying not to, but it's appearing around him.
Okay. I got my context back.
Apologies. Please sit at my table. Grief.
Does grief accept?
All right.
This is grief we're talking about.
The master just like casually snaps a finger. And after just a moment, carafes of wine are brought alongside the hero's feast. Grief puts his fucking shoes on the table.
As grief does.
Very
Like,
grief way.
Yeah, does not care about meal decorum. And doesn't actually reach for a plate or to participate in the food.
Just wants to drink. He did say he wanted to drink.
Drink and kill.
He is maintaining a distance on if okay. Let me put you guys all kind of where you're at here. He is maintaining a distance from his announced target and instead sits down at the end of the table next to Ebris and Kai.
I'm back.
Huzzah.
So
Welcome, grief.
Dining with the enemies, huh? And he kind of shoots a sharp glance to all of you.
It's kind of like a parlay.
Information gathering.
All right. That. So I was paid a good sum of money to bring your head somewhere without the rest of you attached.
How
Points
much
to
you get
Jade,
paid?
or points to Topaz. And she just fucking stops, like,
Say
mid-bite.
scoffs?
Like, no, stops. Like,
Oh,
mid-bite.
stops.
Mid-bite. Looking at Grief and Tristan in terror.
Red looks at her like, I'm not entirely sure how you're surprised about it. How much did you get paid, and can we beat that price?
Well, the Serona did a favor for me a while ago. It's a pretty big one. And like, I kinda can't say no.
What if we were to give you some information on Zerona in a way that would even the playing field between the two of you?
I mean, that would be cool and all, but that doesn't forgive debts. And at this point, the master goes, "Oh, right. Yes. Debts. That kind of debt."
Is he even paler now?
No, he seems to have returned kind of to normal.
Hmm.
As if a vampire had come across a fae and then understood the full concept of debt when it came to vampire lore and fae hospitality. That's quite the big deal. Yeah, so I don't have a time limit, but if you guys make me bored, I'm gonna have to take her.
Like, do I just tell him that we're playing Killing Sharona?
I don't think that'd be a good idea. I think that would be a bad idea because then he started taking out all of us.
Also, given the fact, Grief, you're a hard one to entertain. What idea would you propose for us to keep it entertaining?
I don't know. What do you got going on?
We're about
Well,
to help the Genborn take
He
over.
is like, he is actually like, and I've been doing
We can do a
my
drinking
best on
game.
camera. I've been playing with my hair in a specific way for him because that's what he's doing. It's just like, I don't know. What do you guys got going on?
well, we're kind of in the precipice of deciding to overthrow government or carry out government wishes. What seems more entertaining to you? What chaos do you hope to ensue?
Huh. He takes one of the carafes of wine, doesn't bother with a glass and unceremoniously takes a big gulp. That's a tough decision. I think I'd really have to give that some thought. Although overthrowing an entire, like, see, I tried to do that to a Cloudfist, and instead I ended up in like a member of the King's Council. Well, I guess just the council now. He kind of zones out for a moment. Seems like he's lost in thought and memories.
Well, Topaz, while we have a moment of contemplation, tell us more about your vision.
Stopping the weird experiments, stopping the preferential treatment, maybe opening the border to more commerce that's not completely overcharged and overpriced. Just getting rid of the whole stigma of magic users being the only people who can be in Frozmond.
And once you complete this, how do you plan on quelling the what is the word?
The masses.
Yeah, if they decide to revolt to these new changes.
Well, who's
Are
going to
your hands
revolt?
gonna-
The nobles who benefited?
Damn.
They may not. No, I'm talking about the common people. What if the common people decide to revolt? Are you going to use heavy-handed methods?
I don't think we need to. All the people that were standing in the way are out of the way. Most of the common people wouldn't care. I'm pretty sure they'd prefer not to have their loved ones sent away if they were born with no magic.
God damn! Why do you make it so hard?
Exactly.
I'm voting that we take her a leap of faith with her. What about you guys?
And I know you asked us to stay out of it, but our autonomy will have to either be upheld, or we're surefire that your troops aren't going to let's see, try to kill us again.
Oh, you guys almost killed 2 of my people. She brings her hand to her heart for a moment. She looks towards Ren.
Uh-oh.
If she hadn't called for a cease, they probably would have died. That's the last thing we're after. But
We just wanted the lost ones back.
Oh, they'll be coming back. Just not until we change things.
I mean, guys, we really were told to solve the issue of disappearing people.
They didn't say how to do it.
They really did not
They
tell us that
specifically said do it in what it favors.
do it in a way that would benefit Frozmond.
Yes, that is what they said.
So
technically, this would be benefiting
by those words alone, that I'm not going to work under the assumption that it's going to give us immunity, but those words really were open-ended.
Yeah, I'm all for it. Ren is down. Ren is not, down enough to reveal that she's the changeling.
Right.
But Ren is down.
But all of you are currently probably sweating a little bit because the actual changeling that she mentioned is sitting at this table.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But that's why we're not bringing it up in conversation or following
it's
up
awesome.
in that conversation.
I think everybody should make a deception check.
All right, I'm gonna roll in that one, guys.
Shit.
Would me and Kaido have advantage because we've been keeping it secret forever?
No.
Right. Let's try it.
Yeah, that. I don't know anything about any change.
Hey, I actually rolled good for once. To save Ren's butt, I can roll good.
I was considering this a group check, and we have two failures, a tie, and 3 successes. So that's a net positive. You guys succeed on your deception check in keeping any conversation from going towards Ren. However, Ren, as you say that, Grief starts choking on his wine. And this is where we're going to take a short break. We're going to go to be right back. Because
why do you make this so hard to hate the fucking person?
Maybe this was the plan. Maybe this was the plan all along.
I mean, it could be. Old.
So during this break, Ebris was humming a little tune.
Totes?
Waiting to break out in song if need be.
Oh. Okay. Look. What's this about changelings? Grief, like, kind of like gestures towards the table.
Well, it's common
And then he
knowledge.
looks it like his Ren. You feel his eyes deliberately not come across yours.
Interesting.
It's common knowledge in Frozmond that if anybody is found out to be a changeling, they are taken away from, experimented on, dissected, and are never heard of again.
Huh.
Anything else you'd like to add to that, Topaz? You seem to have more knowledge than I
Well,
do.
yeah, of course. We've all heard about it, and we want it to stop. Changelings could be such a benefit to our society for so many different reasons. But instead, they're sequestered and taken away, and we never hear from them again.
Like I'm assisting with the call out. She makes a good point. I'm giving a bardic
But
inspiration
couldn't
to Topaz.
changelings also overthrow the government pretty easily?
Well, I mean, if I was one, grief pipes up. I'd probably start by getting all the information from everybody in power, finding out who I could replace and easily dispense of. That'd make it easy to overthrow any government if the right steps were taken.
Yes, but just because one race can overthrow government doesn't necessarily mean need to be all eradicated. Anybody can overthrow the government.
Look, I've come across a couple, and none of them were talented enough to get through, but some could be. So I suppose I'd
Yeah,
get the
and
hesitation.
anyone with the alter self spell could do the same thing.
True.
Fair point. Hmm.
Well,
Just think about
Topaz, you
all
said you have somebody from in your group that was part of the experimentation area or whatever, the dungeon or whatever. What processes
No.
went on? Enlighten us.
She used to work there. They would make outrageous demands, and then when they weren't able to complete them, they would be punished. My contact was part of the punishment force for that. And the things that she saw, her eyes are wet as she says this.
Well,
Oh my god.
let us know what she saw. We're part of.
She watched as she had been ordered to unleash fire, cold, electrocution, just devastatingly difficult sonic waves and force impacts, as if trying to rearrange a person through any means necessary.
A person, or were they all a changeling? Did they actually experiment on
They were changelings.
To anyone who can beat a 19, Ren is now getting visibly angry.
And what would that be? Insight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her performance is to keep a cool head.
Do I get advantage since Ren and I can speak?
Everyone can have advantage that's a member of the party. So Kai and Echo. Kai and Echo.
Otherwise known as Ren's two love interests. Just kidding.
The ones that know you best, anyways.
Oh my god, I can't believe that panned out that well. Oh, also Sabir.
Oh, nice.
What? Not
No,
severe.
Sabir got 17.
Yeah.
Yeah, I rolled a 19.
Oh, so it's just Echo
Yeah.
and Kai, because Kai got a 20 on the other side. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's Echo and Kai. Sorry. I saw the 17 and attributed it to Kai's 17 accidentally. My bad. Overrule my ruling. 20 and 20. Kai and Echo. You both see Ren about to lose her shit.
Does everybody else notice? That's the question.
No.
Like, Topaz.
Well, hold on. All right. So. Oh. Topaz.
Yeah.
So.
She even has a +1. Yeah.
Yeah. Topaz sees you tense up. And while she's still eating, her hand goes towards the weapon, like her offhand goes towards the weapon that she's had propped against the table. Ren? Make me a perception check.
Where is Topaz sitting in correlation to everybody?
Oop.
So like this whole area is a table?
Yeah. Except the table is actually like it's this long. So it's this long. And you guys are all sitting on either side of it. Grief is kind of at the end of the table in this direction. And as his feet propped up, Tristan is standing behind him, proud in his probably enchanted full plate armor.
Ren is too blinded by rage.
And as Topaz reaches for her halberd, Daria's hand comes across the table as she stretches, because she is small. She stretches across the table to rest a hand on Topaz's forearm. It's okay. The master then pipes up. So, we've come to a dilemma of different objectives based around the same people. How would we resolve this without being impolite towards contracts and without negating those that feel they are in the right?
Well, I have a idea, but it all depends on. Well, no, I don't
Please.
know. I'm confused. Like I have an idea, but I don't know how it's going. Well, would you? Okay, I'll propose the idea, and then you, with all your wisdom, master, if you please criticize and critique.
Of course. Please. Anything you have to offer.
It Topaz, you came in this with resolve to die. The option, the not saying like you had the resolve enough to follow this through, even if it costs you your life.
If I'm wrong and I have to pay, I will.
And grieve. You have a contract for her head.
Yeah. Wasn't given a time limit though, so
Now,
you know, you guys do you.
with that in mind, because looks at Ren sympathetically. We were really told that we could just solve and if helping Topaz will bring back the people, that's all we're required to do. We don't really, our allegiances are to the guild. And as long as Frozmond persists, the guild's gonna be there. So, because I am torn, I want to help because I don't feel like people should be ostracized or experimented on just from a morality standpoint. But if we help you, Topaz, and you plan on what do you plan on doing with those 5 on your list? Kill them? Do you have a way to get rid of all their magic so they can't be a problem anymore? Subjugate them? Like, how far have you planned into what you're going to do?
You could make them common people.
I'm sorry, say that last part again. I had a yawn and a burp going at the same time that I had to I had to try not to have something bad happen. Say that again.
What did you hear last?
The thing for grief about sorry,
Oh,
start
well,
over.
Grief. Okay, well, like I said, we were told to resolve the issue
Right.
with the disappearances. If helping Topaz brings those people back, we're under no obligation other than that. And our allegiance lies to the guild, not necessarily Frozmond itself. The guild operates through Frozmond, so even if we were to help Topaz,
You could be helping Frozmond at the same time.
we'd be helping Frozmond at the same time, and as long as Frozmond remains the guild will remain, so our allegiances are not going to be torn. And there's the issue now, grief. I don't think none of us here are able to stop grief. At least none of my party is going to be able to stop grief or Tristan. And the only reason, Topaz, you're alive right now is because
Probably the master.
he's not bored. That or I don't know.
Oh no, you're right. This is fucking fun. He's got a second carafe of wine that he's currently.
So he's not bored. So that's the only reason your head is not flying at the moment. Now, back to what I was saying. What do you have planned for those 5 on your list? Are you going to kill them, depose them, remove them of all their magic so they can't be a nuisance again?
I want them stripped. I prefer them dead because they're all okay with this. But I at least want them stripped of any sort of power. I want their houses, their next of kin. I don't care. I want them all stripped because all their families are going to do is do the same thing they did. It doesn't matter. We need them completely deposed. Dead would be better to set an example.
And
Grief is currently twirling a dagger now while he's sipping from a carafe of wine.
I see. Well, my suggestion was to have grief take your head after we depose them. That means all contracts are obligated, and you get the desired results you want. You just won't be able to see them come to fruition.
If this
So you won't see how they transpire after.
If this campaign means I lose my head, I don't care. I'll take that. And she slams her hands against the table, grabs her halberd and her plate, and proceeds to...
Before you leave, where should we meet? I must see you again.
If I live, I will.
We have plans to make on how to depose these people.
He seems upset and turns away.
We're gonna save her. We're gonna find a way, Grief, that makes you happy and everyone else happy.
Oh.
What's my nat 20 insight on this?
He doesn't want to sacrifice any life, but she's willing to sacrifice her own if it means getting her vision actually realized. And she wasn't ready to be faced with it with somebody that could probably do so at the same table as her.
Gotcha.
She was ready for the concept, and is absolutely ready to see that realized, but wasn't ready for the idea of it being at the dinner table with her.
Gotcha. Thank you.
And
Well, it seems he needs a break. I'm going to give her some space. And he casually waves a hand, and there's a shimmer over the doorway she left through, as well as every other exit from this area. I'd rather not my adopted niece see death. Daria? As he says her name, Daria sets her rifle with an extended tripod onto the table, pointed directly at Grief between the
Drools.
lot of you.
Do I need to intercept a bullet? Because I will intercept a bullet.
no, probably not.
Choose your next words carefully, devil. I'm ready.
There's a
Ooh.
way we could resolve this amicably.
Well, guys, I laid out my plan, or a plan. I can kind of gather where Ren's thoughts are. What about you guys?
I mean, this wine is pretty great.
I'm glad it's to your liking, Grief.
I appreciate the hospitality. Tristan, drink some wine. Making everyone nervous. Tristan takes the carafe offered to him, takes a sip, and immediately spits it out. Lord Grief, that's... No, it's alcohol. I can't be off my game if I'm protecting you. Oh, right. The Knight's Code, whatever. Okay. Uh,
Looks towards everybody else.
Look, I feel like
Oh.
this is a good idea. I've been in Frozmond my whole life, and I've never agreed with their experimentations. Plus, uh, common people without magic sounds nice. I could teach them a few things about being an artificer, or just I don't know what they could help me out at
I mean,
jobs.
you have your shop to worry about too.
Exactly.
More people does mean more business.
oh,
Yes,
hey.
that is true.
I did hear about the half-elf. We were part of the same thieves guild together like 30 years ago. He died, but then accidentally came back. He came strolling through with a kender. I want to say a couple weeks ago.
Do we know who he's
Those
talking
are-
about?
The Kenders
Yeah.
are those battery thingies for magic.
Who was it? Who was it? Oh. Who is a Kender?
You guys never got to meet the Kender. You guys had an option to rescue the Kender from the clutches of the Council of Frozmond. But you guys never followed through, and the timetable got distorted because of the travels you guys went through and how long it took. And so Bartholomew got sick of waiting for you and instead got permission from the messengers of the innocents to punish you for it. Made you guys think 100 years had been skipped.
That's right.
Oh, I remember that.
That's going way back.
It's all coming together.
The real question being, how would we convince people? Or no, how would
I
we
mean-
do that?
To the common folk, not a lot would probably change right on the surface. The simple change of hats, like most common folk, they don't care who's in charge as long as their lives aren't affected. At least when it comes to what I've experienced as an investigator on the job.
Yeah, but a lot of lives would be affected because it would be a whole change of way of life. There would be people without magics coming in, and I don't know how well a whole nation of only magics would feel about that.
Yeah, but you can't deny that the non-magic folk gave us a hard time. The talent is there. Remembering our
initiate-
early almost failure at escorting the monk out of the capital or out of the country.
But we could initiate like a border town where people could learn how to transition.
Yeah, but no, because that's the same as ostracizing. You put people in, even if it's open to the world, you're still ostracizing a group of individuals for reform.
Whoa, hold on. Actually, I love the idea of a border town. Yeah. We can revisit that later. That would be great. With the whole border town idea, we have the resources. We can put it on our side of the wall and make sure we have everything quelled with the fucking were tigers and shit. I'm sure.
I'm not talking like reforming camps. I'm talking like an optional place.
No,
for
I'm talking about
education.
like education. So we get them in. They're wanting to go to Frozmond, and we educate them on the dangers and wildlife, and then we get everything. Yeah, they know what to expect so that they don't have a problem. Yeah,
And
that
would
sounds
open-
great.
And then in turn, that would open up more jobs on both sides.
Who knows? We could actually have a decent relationship with the Clouthus.
It would be great.
Well, that would be great and all if Madri wasn't in wasn't seen in Frozmond.
What?
Madri's in Frozmond.
Greaves, suddenly startled, gets up out of his fucking seat and starts panicking, looking for something on himself and the table around him.
I'm assuming that your reaction is that her movements were unbeknownst to you.
She's not supposed to be here.
Why does everybody freak out when her name is mentioned?
I don't know.
You don't know of her. I know only what I hear about her. I've never met her personally.
She just disintegrates people, all right? And then sometimes she brings them back from the dead to apologize to her, but it all depends on how they died. Grieve is fucking panicking right now.
Isn't
How
she
do we?
above game? Isn't she the one that got rid of the guy who shall not be named from the
Yes.
original?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was pretty sure. I just want to make sure my dots were correct.
The
Yep,
guy
but-
who shall not be named.
Correct.
Yeah. We'll tell you above after the stream. Pretty sure we
So-
told you about him before.
In game. Grief, why the panic? Aren't you two kind of friends?
No, we're peers. Yeah, but friends? No. Tristan also looks mildly panicked, but is like looking over Grief's shoulders to try to see what he's looking for.
And what are you looking for?
Oh, right. This one. And he reaches a hand up, and you see his horns have been drilled through on several occasions. You see several old holes drilled that are no longer accompanying things, and he touches one of the actual dangles that are hanging from his horns, and his eyes go bright blue. And him and Tristan vanish.
Oh,
Or spell?
It's an ability.
Roll
I don't think you can
no, yeah,
counterspell
it's a
it.
spell-like ability versus an enchanted item. I don't think
Damn.
that qualifies.
Like, does the enchanted item cast the spell? That's
Yeah, it's a maybe. Fucking, what's your spellcasting ability?
charisma.
Charisma? Go ahead and roll a charisma check and spend the spell slot. I don't know if you can beat this, though. You might be able to.
are you trying to counterspell this?
Yeah. Like, just a straight charisma check. Yeah.
That's a success.
You're gonna piss off Grief and they're gonna die.
I have to put these back on the map here. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, that's bad. Ebris. You just countered an enchanted item.
Explosion.
It's not a big explosion. Grief takes. Go ahead and actually, Ebris, go ahead and roll 1d. We'll say a d20. $16. He takes 16 points of psychic damage as an earring bursts. Well, not an earring, but a ring attached to his horn bursts as you counter the effects of the spell. And his eyes go blank, staring 1,000 yards past you.
His soul teleported, but his body didn't. You
No.
separated his. No? Oh.
No.
What happened?
With no words and no expression on his face. And Tristan following far behind, not far behind. Does a 35 hit Ebris?
A 35 would definitely hit Ebris.
I need a strength saving throw.
Hoo-hoo.
Am I standing next to Ebris?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm standing next to Ebris. Can I intercept that?
You can. You get to roll to negate some of the damage.
Yep. So D10 plus proficiency?
Yep.
There goes half my hit points. Nice.
Okay. So 13. So 36 sneak. That's 48 with the piercing plus 6 lightning is 54 points of damage. Minus 13 brings us back down to 41. As suddenly completely blank-faced, Grief, before you even realize it, has a rapier in his hand. And the master, as this connection is made, with Ren, your shield jumping around to try to save Ebris.
Mm-hmm.
And you're welcome has worn out. Grief and Tristan disappear.
We are on their official shit list now, thanks to you.
Well, that was an unexpected turn of events.
What did you think was gonna happen?
I was trying to ask them more questions and they didn't give me a chance.
We could have used ascending.
Exactly, to get them to stop going and wasting in whatever they were doing. I did not think it was going to turn out like that.
Well,
I
you
don't
know,
mean to take sides, but we were having a nice casual conversation before you interrupted their movement.
Everest, you idiot.
Sorry, it's
Just because you can counterspell something doesn't mean you should counterspell something.
I should have dispelled your magic.
Somebody should have counterspelled his counterspell.
I
That's
thought
great.
about it, but I thought you would have considered metagaming and not
No,
let
that
it
would have
through.
that would have also been fine, but Everest. Also, this is a very important part of the relationship certain people have with other people. When Grief went to stab Ebris, there was no telegraphing. There was no malice. There was no joy. His face went blank, and he attacked the person who stopped him from completing what he was called to do. Any spellcasters in the vicinity would have advantage on an insight check, which is all of you.
30-20.
do I get a bonus since I'm the one who was stabbed?
No,
You have advantage. What do you mean?
you get advantage. That's good enough. All right, so 2016, 21, 16, 18, 14. Okay. So, the DC for this would have been. Wait, what was the fucking. Right, the DC was 22. For the counterspell. No, for the. Yeah, right. Yeah, for the counterspell. 22. Because spell level plus proficiency. So.
I am missing a couple Bardic Inspiration die. Does anybody have a Bardic Inspiration? It's only a D6 though, because of my subclass.
Nope, no inspiration.
Those only last an hour anyway. So.
Okay.
You've been healed though. You got 11 plus 7.
18 out of the 40 some odd damage I took.
Yeah, I'm not sorry.
Hmm.
So yeah. There's a As this ends, Grief's completely blank face. Now, you as a tiefling, Everest, I will say that you get a little bit of a bonus. You hit just enough to 22.
What I learned that I.
He was not in control.
Oh.
He was protecting everything surrounding the communication for his kingdom. And since he was communicating with his kingdom and his oath to a particular throne, Grief didn't attack you. A Cloufus attacked you.
I make note as I'm still kind of holding the hole wherever it's at.
It came. It was into your heart. You were going to die. Thankfully, your friend stepped in.
Wait, would you have actually died if I had not stepped in?
No, he wouldn't have fully died.
Or I mean, would he have gone unconscious?
Probably. But without you stepping in and then the immediate heals, well, it didn't reduce his HP down to its minimum, down to 0. It's still considered an assassin's approach, which would have crit. Probably doubling all of that.
Yeah, I would have been unconscious.
Because nobody had acted for combat. So it would have been a surprise attack with an assassin level 20 rogue. That's just an auto crit.
Yeah.
Ebris saw no malice, no joy, nothing.
Just the face of death.
Just the face of someone who's not in control.
And I say that out loud. That was not Grief. That was Frozmond.
The Cloufus.
Office. He was not in control of himself.
Oh. Well. That seems like a tickling point for a Cloufus later from my records. Daria, would you take a note? Of course.
Unload the dishwasher.
Oh, I can do that
It's
too.
almost bedtime.
Wait.
Daria, go load the dishwasher,
Is it?
please.
Sorry, I thought I was muted. My daughter just turned 11 and had a sleepover, so there's a lot of dishes and shit to take care of.
So, yeah, that's something to keep in mind.
I mean, also not counterspell a
I
movement of.
That's neither here nor there. That's a good piece of information we just learned.
I'd be
No.
concerned after some of the things I've seen Madri produce. He might know where you are right now.
And she's probably pissed now.
And the barrier around you guys is starting to dispel. Just letting you guys know that. Continue the conversation, though.
Why is the barrier around us dispelling?
Grief's no longer here.
Right. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Sorry, I misunderstood.
I mean, that she probably would put it past her to know where we are after that little display.
The fuck? What display? Oh my god, why have you guys been silent this entire fucking time? I bet it's fucking you. And she points deliberately at Kai.
Who points at me?
Topaz. As she comes storming back in.
What about me?
Why have you guys been silent this whole time? I know you guys have been talking about me.
Wait,
Well,
we haven't though.
we haven't. We've been discussing. Were you trying? What we weren't. Well, we were talking. You were a brief conversation, but mostly of what we were deciding to do as a group.
Where'd the other guy go?
The master sent him on his way.
Oh yeah, I did do that. It was more a matter of proprietary consideration. Honestly, hospitality. My guests should feel safe here. Which reminds me. Daria, could you fetch one of the big ones? Yeah, I got it.
I strike a pose as I notice that Topaz is in, even though I have blood just gushing from my mouth.
Daria starts running off. You guys have a moment to continue the conversation.
We were discussing whether your ideals line up with ours. And I believe we came to a general consensus looking at Ren. You're the voice of reason in this group. You always have been. You stand strongly with this one? This idea?
Wait, you're asking Ren?
Yeah, you've been the voice of reason to the group.
Ren is so biased. Like Ren is not the person you should be asking right now.
Yeah, but
absolutely should be.
You're the ones that opinion matters the most, given the fact that we all know a fun little tidbit about your character.
But yeah, Ren is going to.
You have to be the voice of reason now. You don't have a question or an option. You have to be. Welcome to the party.
I've been okay, whatever. Hey, babe. Can you come over here and make an important decision about my character for me? Kidding. But yeah, no, I think it's a good idea to, especially now, because she's going to need some help with certain facts coming to light about someone who's here who shouldn't be here. I feel like the path of least bloodshed lies with her.
Yeah, but Madri's here, and she is there's no way there's going to be bloodshed.
I said least bloodshed, not no bloodshed.
Well, yeah. Madri also has the ability to wipe all of us out.
Yeah.
If there's
And
no
but
blood, is it
maybe
considered bloodshed?
maybe Guildmaster Jax would
Yeah,
know.
there was a way, but it involved not stopping their march.
There was a way. What now?
What? No worries. And honestly, none of your characters know that, so keep that in mind. The literal only way to do this without bloodshed would have been not stopping them.
Great. Anyway, or I'm just gonna keep that in the back of my mind and put it in a block box where all bad things go. And instead, I'm gonna say, yeah, let's help Topaz. All in favor, say aye.
Hi.
I.
I
Sounds like we're in agreement.
Topaz, say no.
Koya,
I said I.
Wolfie said I.
We
Yes.
both said I at the same time.
Oh, okay. That's why. All right. It sounded so like I misplaced it as the same. My bad.
It's a twin thing.
Yeah, you get that with twins.
Speaking of twin thing, this twin has to get up and go to work super early tomorrow.
Oh,
so we're gonna
right.
wrap this up. I'm enjoying this, but
Fair enough.
unfortunately, I have work on
Fair enough.
Monday.
It is like literally a minute before I would have normally called it. So, we'll
this is a good point to stop.
we'll just take your we'll take your complaint into consideration. We'll go ahead and end here. I won't even respond to what has been said. I'll revisit it before January 12th. How about that? Catch you guys next time. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.